So I'm Lee, I'm an engineer and I was really interested in trading. I've had a keen eye for charts quite a lot of my life, and I've been really sort of into financial stuff, but I've never really looked into how to make a living out of it. And I stumbled across Forex, and I started doing a little bit of research, and that's where I found LTI. I was a complete beginner when I joined LTI, and I've learned a great deal. I'm now really confident in analysing things in charts and different markets, understanding the terminology. I just feel quite competent in Forex markets now. I was a bit concerned that this was just going to be some sort of pyramid scheme where you invest money into a certain company and then all of a sudden they disappear, or you're just funding somebody's lifestyle and you're never really going to learn or get anything out of the Forex market. So when I first started, I guess, Googling, I started having a look on Google and different things, and it attached some cookies to my Facebook, and a couple of different companies come up, and I registered interest, and I had probably 2 or 3 different companies get in touch with me, and I had a call from them, and LTI really stood out. Just how humble and transparent and honest it seemed, and I guess I was still a little bit hesitant. I still wasn't entirely sure, but I eventually got in touch with Andy and joined up. I think I had 2 calls from different companies, and they would. One call was literally a phone call. I didn't really feel like the guy was taking much notice to what I was saying. He was just more interested in flogging me some sort of training course. And when I had an email come through from Andy at LTI, he set up a Zoom call. We had a face-to-face meeting, through the lockdown period, and he went through some quite interesting stuff, and I just was really, should I say, drawn to how humble and transparent he was. He was, he didn't, in fact, for the whole call, he didn't even mention about any costs or an actual course. It wasn't until we started talking in emails and we got that information afterwards, and that just goes to show that I think he's genuinely interested in training you rather than actually selling you a course. One of the most significant parts of the package for me is the weekly coaching, that you actually, you can send an email in to Andy and he'll answer it, and if you're on the call, you can have your dialogue and really break down what the question is if it doesn't make complete sense. And the other thing is that you get other people asking questions and you think, that's what I was going to ask, and it's answered for you. So that in itself has been really valuable, and I've just learned so many new skills just based on this last period with learning with LTI. I've been refining my strategy over weeks and weeks and weeks, and I was thinking, and I'm returning like sometimes up to 12% in 1 week, and I'm thinking, how have I done this? And I go back through my strategy, and I think, yes, I'm finding high probability trades, small stop losses, and decent sized trades. And I was just thinking, how is this real? I've obviously learned some skills which I think I trade the way that institutions trade rather than the way that retail traders are trading. And without LTI's support and learning program, I don't think I'd have ever got to that point. I would have just been trading like your bog standard retail trader, and getting stopped out. And I'm looking for entry points where there's going to be a lot of interest from institutional places, and seem to sometimes land on the same route which they're taking. And that's, I guess, how I'm achieving such good results. I feel like I've really learned a new life skill, and it almost feels like I've got a second skill set within my back pocket now. But I think that my sort of midterm goal is certainly to be funded by Andy, and to actually start to progress through a funded trader program. And long term, I mean, isn't it everyone's dream just to be self-sufficient through their own means? And if I can log onto a computer and analyze a couple of charts and make some money, whether it pays my mortgage or whether it takes me on holiday, that's what I want. I want to be able to have that freedom of not worrying about when's your next paycheck coming in. It's actually, I'm able to make my own money. I would say with forex trading, compared to other things such as property investment or Amazon selling, that it's almost like when you get good at it, it's like having a cash point in your office. You can basically, once you get your strategy right and your analysis right, and you'd be surprised with the money that you can make. For the prospect of actually somebody recognizing your edge and your skills and putting that into practice, and saying to you, here you are, mate, have a live funded account, and we start trading together, and this is your account to trade. I feel that is a very important thing to me, and it's also quite an incentive. Yes, 100%. I would recommend LTI. Since I joined the program as a complete beginner, I would say that I'm now sort of intermediate and approaching the advanced side of things. And without LTI's support and dedication and training material, I would never have got that far. For me, the hardest bit was actually biting the bullet and investing in myself. It's very easy to spend money on stuff you don't necessarily need, but to invest in yourself, it's sometimes not the easiest decision. I think about it, take your time, but also just realize that LTI, if this is what you want to do, LTI is the place for you.